Okay, time for the review of Velma episode 2. Megan, how do you feel about this episode?
I feel it's complete garbage. I feel it shouldn't be. It's garbage. Burn it, trash it, get rid of it.
You're not a fan.
I am certainly not a fan.
I don't think anyone is.
I don't
except for
think
the
so.
creators.
You'd have to be completely insane to be a fan of it. It's horrible. It's completely horrible.
You want to give the summary of this episode?
Well, Fred, who's completely insane, he's being accused of murder. I'm sure he didn't do it, but he's being accused of murder. It shows he doesn't even know how to cut up his own food.
Yeah, he can't eat.
He can't eat. He can't eat on his own.
That's why he keeps asking the mother for cutties.
And Velma's
dealing drugs.
She's dealing.
But she's trying to work for Daphne, selling the drugs to get money.
Yeah. It's completely ridiculous.
Which character did they butcher more, Fred or Daphne?
That's hard to say.
I know what I said before. I think it's going to be a contest between them on which character they butchered the most.
Yeah, they're both ridiculous. Just it's undescribable. What they've done is undescribable.
And so you see Fred getting arrested and his robe falls off, and the father jumps in. He says, "Not small, it's scared."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right? In Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Fred.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah.
And then his family hires Velma's father to be his lawyer.
Right.
And Velma's father, he gets the idea to prove he's innocent by making him act like it's supposed to be like an innocent little boy.
Yeah, and
you see the way
he looks stupid, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
This is Fred.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Velma is trying to get $500 because Daphne will give Velma her mother's cold case file for $500.
Yeah, I mean, and they have been friends. In the old show, they were friends. Here, they act like they supposedly were friends at one time, but to me, it doesn't seem like any of them are capable of being friends with anything.
So Norville is trying to give her $500. First it was by selling his sword. Why he has a sword, I have no idea. Then he's going to sell his kidney.
I know.
And Velma's going to work for Daphne selling drugs, because then Daphne will give her the files.
It's just ludicrous. That's all I can think of is ludicrous.
And then on a previous episode I mentioned I wasn't sure, but I wouldn't be surprised by going by what type of show it is. And it was mentioned in the last episode, episode 1, Fred didn't hit puberty. He didn't finish going through puberty.
I know. Isn't that stupid? I mean, wasn't he like, well, how am I going to say? Like a guy that the girls would want.
Yeah.
And yet, right? I mean, and now all of a sudden he didn't go through puberty.
Yeah.
But they change everything.
Yeah.
I mean, who was white is no more white. What are they, Asian? Black Asian? I don't know what they are. They changed everything.
Fred's the only one that's still white.
That's it. Yeah, but if it was the other way around, I would be racist.
And then Daphne and Velma, the two girls, they made them both lesbian or bi. Yes, Daphne they have as bi.
Well, we gotta have that. We gotta always have a quota. Gotta have a quota of lesbians now.
Anyway, yeah. Fred never finished going through puberty, and he doesn't know how to cut up his own food.
It's so stupid. The whole thing is stupid. And then he has it smeared on his face like a baby,
And he has to ask someone, normally the mother, to cut up the food. He says cutties.
Cutties.
Yeah, but he literally doesn't know how to use a fork and a knife.
No, ridiculous.
Don't try and cut up the steak. He was holding the knife by the blade, trying to cut it with the handle. And then he was rolling the plate over the steak, trying to cut it.
It's not even funny, though. It's not even funny. It's so sick and stupid. It's sad, really. It is. I'm sorry, but it is. It's sad. It's sick.
Velma's father and Velma, because the father said that he'll give Velma the $500 to get the files if she helps prove Fred's innocence.
Yeah.
How that conversation came up, we'll get to later. Velma and Velma's father still using his incompetence as his defense to prove that he can't do anything. They have him like he's a little boy.
He's a little boy. All dressed up, they look like he's a little goody boy. That doesn't last long, though. No.
Then, once the jury was going to say that he's innocent, he gets insulted, so then he starts trying to claim that he could have really killed the person.
And he looks like a maniac.
He looks like a psychopath.
An insane maniac. Norman Bates.
Before that, since Velma couldn't come up with $500 to give Daphne for the files, Daphne said she could work for her, selling drugs.
Yeah, selling drugs. Can you imagine? So now we got two people, the Scooby-Doo team, selling drugs.
Yeah. And Velma can't do that right.
No, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. Whoever made it, I mean, what were they thinking? Where was their head? I'd like to say where it was.
And Daphne says she's selling drugs, trying to get enough money to find out who her real parents were.
Yeah, that's more.
And why she has red hair.
Why she?
Because originally she was white. I guess she was just a redhead, but now she's East Asian.
With red hair.
Yeah.
And you can't have a normal family in 2023. There's no such thing as a normal family unit.
And then the last person that Daphne has Velma tries to sell the drugs to is Velma's father.
Right.
Because he's thinking he's gonna lose the case, so he's gonna start using drugs.
Yeah. I mean, this is good. Good parental guidance here. You know. Yeah. Use drugs. We have two. One parent is two. We got two lesbians. We got a drug dealer father. Well, he wasn't, but now he's going to
start using drugs.
Start using drugs, not a drug user. Yeah. Yeah. The other one's the drug dealer.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm just speechless.
And then Norville, who seemed like the normal one out of the group, is trying to get the $500 to give Velma. Like I said before, he can't sell his sword. Why he has a sword, I have no idea. He's going to some place. He's gonna sell a kidney. Meanwhile, he has this. It's like I don't know if it's a channel or what, but he makes these videos trying to get the other students using these munchies instead of drugs.
Right? It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
And then the people, though, that are watching his channel are the ones that are using the drugs.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And after Velma's father is caught by Velma trying to buy drugs, that's when he says that he'll give her the $500 if she helps him win the case.
You're right.
And Daphne agrees to just hand her the files. Velma starts having the hallucinations, and Daphne kisses her. And then Norval comes in. And he's, oh great, even being myself won't work now.
Because she wants a woman now.
Yeah.
I
don't even know why Norval likes Velma.
I have no idea why anybody would like any of them. I mean, it's all perverted.
Oh yeah.
It's twisted and perverted. Sick, stupid. It's just bad.
And we saw that Fred's father was getting the law, but he didn't even think Fred was innocent.
I know. He was like shocked then.
Yeah. Yeah, so he really thought Fred was killing these girls.
Yeah.
Well, they're not good either, his parents.
I know it, right?
And then Daphne's mother sees Daphne and Velma with the drugs, and they think Velma is trying to plant the drugs in Daphne's locker. Not that Daphne's a drug dealer. They get in the car chase. They hit the baby in the stroller. They didn't kill the baby. Somehow he got knocked on the hood of the car, smiling at them. They still hit the baby in the stroller.
Oh boy.
And you see Fred back in jail.
Right.
Because he was getting laughed at, so he decides he's going to prove that he could kill those two girls if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember, the other article I read to you, they said they were trying to see how to do this and be respectful to the source material.
This isn't respectful about any of it. I'm sorry, but there isn't.
What?
It's like you should have a good drink and then watch this stuff. That's the only way you're going to get anything out of it. It's too insane.
Anyway, I guess that's about it for episode 2.
Yeah, it's a total debacle of what Scooby-Doo was.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do any more in the show or not.
I don't know, we should waste our time.
Like I said before, watching the first episode, this show is worse than I thought it was going to be.
It is. It totally is. And it just gets worse every time you watch it.
You had the part when Daphne acted like she got shot in the head with the arrow.
Right.
They were running away. I think they knocked that guy's leg off again that Fred cut off in the other episode.
I think so.
Yeah,
that's the newest thing. Keep knocking
Yeah,
off a leg here and
I think
there.
that's going to be a joke in the show that guy's going to get his leg off every episode.
Probably.
Well, I guess that's about it.
See you next time.